Yellow teeth, coffee stained teeth, cigarette stained teeth. What about whitening strips, brightening strips? Should you use them? Are they dangerous? We're talking about it today. The question I had was, doctor, how do I keep my white, bright teeth without throwing out my morning cup of coffee? Coffee is very acidic, and the color will stain your teeth over time if you're not careful. There are things that you can do, however, to keep your smile how you like it. Should you use these whitening strips to do it? The white, bright smile is all important. And on this channel, a lot of people are getting lip filler. They want to rejuvenate the vertical lip lines. And the teeth, and the white teeth, the bright smile is all an important part of aesthetics. Today there will be 3 things you can do to avoid coffee stains and other stains on your teeth. And I'll also tell you what not to do. Yeah, you heard me right. There are things that you shouldn't do. There are myths here as well. Things that people think work or don't work that you will want to know about. Things that can make your teeth more susceptible to coffee and other staining. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you a study from the American Dental Association that goes over the different whitening treatments, so stick around for that one. The number 1 tip to avoid this is to drink water alongside your coffee or whatever may be staining your teeth. Whether you have just 1 cup or you drink coffee throughout the day, having a glass of water to drink or just sip for sip. So a sip of coffee, sip of water also helps keep you hydrated, of course, but it will help wash away that residual coffee that lingers and contributes to the staining. A simple swish will go a long way in between the coffee sips. There's a myth here too. Some may say that they will go ahead and drink coffee with a straw to avoid staining. But remember, even if you drink through that straw, the coffee will still be hitting the back of the teeth and staining can occur there. Often the coffee has been studied to get to the front of the teeth on the tongue. The straw can also cause those pesky lip lines, the barcode lip, or the lip lines that people spend a lot of money to get rid of. So I don't recommend that. Tip number 2, floss daily. You want to make sure you brush and floss. Flossing helps prevent staining, the stain that particularly occurs between the teeth. Because remember, when you don't floss, plaque builds up at the edges, and you see that on people all the time, the edges of the teeth. That plaque, because it's even more porous than the teeth, will stain faster, and it holds more of the stain than the actual tooth. So look at people when you see them with the stains, you'll notice in between the teeth is stained. That's a telltale sign. If you want an easy fix to whiten up the edges of your teeth, you need to get rid of that plaque buildup by flossing every day. The coffee color will not then have such an easy time sticking around. My pro tip here, use an at-home WATERPIK. I love them and they're just small. You can get them, the one I use, I'll put right up here. And I find that they just help make the mouth more fresh, and they get the water between the teeth in a forceful nature, so it gets rid of a lot of impurities. Remember, a lot of bacteria that enter the gut and enter the body, it does so through the teeth. Dentition's so important. Let's look for a moment at the surface of the enamel. The enamel isn't perfectly smooth either, and there are naturally occurring irregularities on the surface, so all the more important to keep it and to rinse it clean. Here's a myth. Brushing your teeth after drinking the coffee will prevent stains. You shouldn't do that. You should brush your teeth before. And the reason is because the acidity of the coffee momentarily softens the enamel. If you brush right after drinking the coffee, trying to brush away that color, you may also be stripping away the enamel and making the surface of your teeth even more porous than they already are, therefore becoming more easily susceptible to the staining and acting more like that plaque. Number 3, get your teeth professionally cleaned every 6 months. Coffee mostly stains that plaque in between, and the minimal stains can be easily taken care of if you regularly take care of your teeth. If you want to reduce that staining, then you have to reduce that plaque. It's good to have it professionally done every 6 months so the dentist can just remove that excess buildup and allow everything you do at home to work even better. An additional option here could be have a professional whitening done. A lot of people, when they do teeth cleaning, they offer free whitening. That's the way they entice people to come in for the cleaning. There are some at-home and over-the-counter methods of teeth whitening that can be effective as well. So let's go to the ADA, find out what's actually happening when you use these teeth whitening strips that are thought generally safe, but it's good to know the mechanism of action. The most common ingredients you're going to see are carbamide peroxide and hydrogen peroxide. They're both strong oxidizing agents. The bleaching action in chemically induced whitening is due primarily to the effects of the carbamide peroxide, which releases about a third of its content as the hydrogen peroxide, a strong oxidizing agent. The hydrogen peroxide diffuses easily through interprismatic spaces in the enamel, allowing for passage from enamel and dentin to pulp, and it takes about 15 minutes of exposure. Keep that in mind, 15 minutes. You don't want to do this too long. The bleaching process is generally believed to occur when the reactive oxygen molecules interact with the organic chromophores within the enamel and dentin through that chemical oxidative process. Now, the most common adverse effects from using at-home whitening treatments are the temporary tooth sensitivity and the gingival inflammation, so the inflammation along the gum line. And many of you who use whitening strips, you know this to be true. There are different strengths and durations. And as for alternative whitening methods such as oil pulling or strawberry and baking soda scrubs, the ADA found that they were unable to find measurable improvement with those. I know many people do like them, even brush your teeth with olive oil, but in the studies it didn't show a measurable change compared to whitening strips. So a myth is, and a lot of people think this, avoid whitening strips. Just don't overdo it or use ones that are too strong. Follow the instructions, and sometimes less is more. So prevent, prevent, prevent. And if you want to use the whitening strips, follow good directions. Let us know what you're using at home for teeth whitening and also the health and beauty of your overall smile. Stay tuned. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.